Good morning, everybody. It's a very dry day here at Bealtaine Cottage, and you're very welcome. I'm just sat here by my desk, doing a little voiceover as a welcome to you all. So happy not to be having anything to do with the comments. It's freed up my time. So after this little introduction, there's a short series of videos because I'm going to be getting dressed very shortly and getting stuck into today's work, which is all about, as I tell you, in the following video. So, if you would like to support Bealtaine Cottage in any way, there are books, all written by myself and printed here in Ireland and posted from this very cottage. Nothing to do with Amazon. And there's also my Patreon account, which I don't offer anything on, by the way, because all these videos, everything across social media, is advertisement free. So welcome to Bealtaine Cottage. A beautiful good morning. It's dry. The rain has ceased for today, so that's good. I couldn't be happier. I'm going to be working in the garden, I think, for most of today, because the paths, as you can see, have got quite overgrown again. So needs must. Make the most of the day, take the opportunity. If it's going to be dry, get stuck in. So that's what I'm going to be up to today. There's the lunaria. Beautiful seed heads. They're beginning to become translucent. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And of course the harvest continues. So many blackcurrants. And the birds, well, the birds aren't making too much of a noise or too much of a song because they're busy feeding. And every so often I see so many birds just fly out from the Lunacia garden, which of course was planted specifically for the birds and the bees and the butterflies. And that's why it's called the Lunacia garden, because it's a time of harvest and feeding for them. And for me. But more for them than for me. And I know, of course, that this has caused controversy. But to those who wish to be controversial or pick the bones out of the situation, I suppose I could say, mind your own business. Or go and plant a harvestable garden for yourself. Look at all the raspberries. Just amazing. And there's the Lysimachia punctata. Beautiful yellow flowers. And I can see Buddleia coming out up there, right at the very top. This Cotoneaster's got ginormous. And look at this, flowers. So the bees are going to have a happy time on this. And then it'll be covered or even smothered in berries for the blackbirds and the other birds during the winter, during Samhain. Now, of course, another thing I have to do today is bucket over maybe 50 or 60 gallons of water over here to the tunnel. And give that a thorough watering. I've got a grapevine right at the top, which you can't see from here. And then the nectarine tree there down near the water barrel. So I just need to make sure that as their fruit develops, they have lots of water. There's even a few more roses appearing here on the white rose. Let's have a little peek in here. Oh, that penstemon is beautiful. And the feverfew. Some gorgeous scents just emanating now from the tunnel. Oh, that was a little bird. I don't know why I pointed that out. You all knew that was a little bird. I think I just said it because it sort of shocked me a little bit. Now, do you remember when I opened up this path? Only a few months ago. It all looks so neat and tidy. I will have to try to get this open again today. That's going to be one of my tasks. Look at all the raspberries up there. Again, masses of them. I'd like to get to some of them. And this willow, which I was going to cut at the beginning of the season, but everything just took off. I don't know if you can see that, the beautiful red flowers in the fuchsia up there, but I'd like to kind of expose them. I'd like to go and be able to sort of walk up here and enjoy that. If I was to have a notepad and pen with me, just writing down all the tasks I have to get stuck into, I think I'd spend most of the day writing. More raspberries and more paths to be cleared. I have to get round this path now to get to my compost bins. I've been sort of edging in and out of those with great difficulty. And I think today is the day to get that sorted as well. And then just swinging the camera around, this path that takes me down to the fairy wood has become a bit of a jungle. So this is another one to clear. I can see quite a busy day. But the forecast is good. No rain promised today. Or little rain. I think I prefer no rain. Ah, look. There's a lovely foxglove in there. Look at that. See, these are the things I want to get to see. And I also, of course, want to cut away the nettles on either side of the path, because they're not very hospitable when you're walking along with thin clothing on. You get stung. Now tomorrow, or maybe even later on today, I'm hoping to have this camera charged up, because the battery's running low, and bring you round some of the cleared paths. There's some beautiful oregano growing up through the raspberries and the black currants. So I'd better get indoors, get dressed, because I'm in my dressing gown, and upload this little video. Oh, there's the spirea flowers out on this beautiful hedge. I meant to trim this the month before last. So much pleasant work to do. You can't even see this path. It's become completely obscured. Ah, but I can hear bees. The bees are on the Himalayan raspberry. There's a little carder trying to find a dry flower to go and harvest from. There, look. Lots of flowers, but of course they're still wet from the rain. You're very welcome to Bealtaine Cottage. This is a photograph of the cottage on the first day that I saw it back in 2004. That was 16 years ago. I purchased the place on a mortgage, which I will have repaid by the time I'm 67. I'm now 64. I've spent 16 years here and I've planted over 1,100 trees. I've carried out all the work on my own. I wrote a book about it, A Cottage in 3 Acres. The links to purchasing books and calendars and maps and bumper stickers from Bealtaine Cottage are below each video, by the way. This was how it looked from the road, and if you look back on previous videos or visit the website bealtainecottage.com, you will see what has transpired over the years and how the land has been transformed, initially from a permaculture smallholding, merging into goddess permaculture as I recognised the divinity of Mother Earth and the sacredness of all life here, and then finally into a goddess permaculture food forest. And that's what today's video has been a little bit about. It covers 3 acres and it's now become a sanctuary. And of course, the land was always sacred, just wasn't treated thus.